Do you know that we have done more than 200 episodes of The Traveling Golfer over the years, and we never get tired of it? You know why? Because we visit some of the greatest golf destinations in all the world. You're going to see another one on this latest episode of The Traveling Golfer. Get ready for another smooth drive down the golf trail. This is where it all began. Old Philadelphia, 1776, the birth of a nation and the start of the greatest political experiment in the history of the world. And this is where our country was saved. General Washington's army, the winter encampment, 1777, 1778, they made a brave stand, and it changed the course of history forever. You're going to learn all about this greatest birthday celebration, America 250, Philadelphia, Valley Forge, on the latest episode of The Traveling Golfer.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf smart.
Tradition at its best. Golf lives right here in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Home to the most historic, top-ranked clubs in the country. More than 50 courses and over 300,000 yards of green. With nearly 80 nearby hotels, incredible attractions, and dining options. It's clear Montgomery County isn't just a place to play golf. It's a destination. Stay and play in Montgomery County. Book your tee time now at montcogolf.com.
Head down, water down the left, bunker down the right, take the club straight back.
Wandering minds.
When golfers lose their focus, they're totally...
But Bridgestone can help.
Introducing Mindset. The ball's scientifically designed to keep you focused.
First, identify your target.
Next, visualize your shot path.
And then focus on the green dot and smooth one.
Play the new Tour B with Mindset technology.
You see what happens when we work together? Stuff like that.
Raise the bar with Flight by Yingling. Low carb, low calorie, more taste. Brewed for the generation that's always reaching for more. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
With Rachel Riley, Vice President of Marketing and Communications for the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. And Rachel, I hear you've got a big birthday party planned.
Yeah, just a little one coming up in 2026. Of course, we know it's going to be a big deal for the entire Southeast Pennsylvania region. But right here in Valley Forge in Montgomery County, we will be celebrating the 50th birthday of Valley Forge National Historical Park as a national park. It is the only park in the NPS to have its birthday on Independence Day, which is pretty cool.
And of course, that Independence Day is America 250 We're going to say that over and over and again so many times till it happens. But it is a source of incredible pride for anybody who considers themselves an American.
Absolutely. I mean, the birth of our nation right here in this area is so exciting. And for us, what's even more exciting is not just 26 with the park's birthday, but leading into 27 and 28, because that's really when our piece and the Valley Forge piece of the American Revolution comes into play with march in and march out of the Continental Army there over at that beautiful space.
As we said at the start of the show, our country was born at Independence Hall in Philadelphia, but it was saved here in Valley Forge. And anybody who has walked those hills in that park gets the feeling of what it was like to help save the country.
But absolutely, I mean, of course, in Philadelphia, in the city, is where the nation was born. And we like to say we declared our independence, but then we had to fight for it, right? And that's where Valley Forge and the surrounding area comes into play. Although there was no battle formed there, it is considered the birthplace of the modern American Army. It's the first place where they drilled, where they did group trainings such as they did. And so that's how we celebrate how we became a modern American military today.
Well, there was no battle fought there, but it was because of the genius of General Washington, who found the most defendable area in the whole southeast Pennsylvania. British spies came up and checked it out and said, we're going back to Germantown and hang out for the winter there. And that allowed them the time to regroup and turn the tide.
It really was such a brilliant place for them to take a stand. And now we get to enjoy it as such a beautiful, scenic park, albeit hilly, where you can walk, bike, hike, run, you can bring dogs, you can bring your family. There's so much to see and do there. And then all around our county, because we have dozens of other parks and almost 100 miles of trails.
Speaking of this county, a beautiful county, and it sits right in the middle of all the action that'll take place during America 250. Not only do you have the park here, but you have the King of Prussia Mall, the hotels, the restaurants. You tell it better than I do.
It's all about location, 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 right? And we always love to brag about that here in Montco. The 2026 is going to be no different. We have all major arteries leading right through Montgomery County. All major roads lead through here. And then we have so much to see and do. As you said, of course, the iconic King of Prussia Mall. We've got our family-friendly Elmwood Park Zoo in Norristown. We have other shopping, small, quaint places in Ambler's, Skipback. And we also have the outlets, of course, out in Limerick. There's so much to see and do here for families. Of course, golf courses. We've got 50 golf courses here. Plenty of arts and culture. So, I mean, take your pick. There's so much to do to come and stay.
Well, leave it to the woman to concentrate on the shopping. I hope I'll have enough money left in my wallet to enjoy some of the restaurants that are in the area. There's so many of them, from Conshohocken also into Valley Forge and also the King of Prussia area. You name it, steaks, Italian, seafood, sushi, incredible, incredible different flavors from all around the world.
Yeah, we've got about 2,000 restaurants here, which is crazy to think about, but we're a pretty big county and very eclectic, as you said, Tony. So any type of cuisine you can imagine, we've got it right here in Valley Forge and Montco. Plus, we have great, large, high-profile brands that you'll probably recognize from other big cities, but we also have some really quaint, cozy spots that are just mom-and-pop entrepreneurs, and you can support small local businesses.
Well, the visitors will be coming from all around the world as we attract them to this huge birthday party. I just want to see the reaction when they get here to all there is and all the things that they can do and the places they can go. They are going to have an amazing experience from morning to night, starting with the history, but then enjoying everything else.
Oh yeah, I mean, dozens of historical sites, the restaurants that we mentioned. We also have more than 40 breweries here. So really, it's something for every age and every time of day. So no matter if you're enjoying historic festivities in the city and you can come on out at night, or you're enjoying the soccer game or the golf game of championship, of course, you can come out here and enjoy food, dining, arts, culture, history, and just outdoor recreation. We have so much space here.
Well, I think that sort of sums everything up. Rachel and the Valley Forge Tourism Convention Board have been working overtime to prep Montgomery County for all of these visitors. We can't wait for the birthday party. Happy birthday, America 250, right here in Valley Forge, King of Prussia, and Montgomery County.
When you vacation in Montgomery County, PA, your money worries get a vacation too.
Oh, you gotta get your value.
Feel free to explore the soldiers' huts.
Free?
$4, that's it? Keep the lettuce coming, Diane.
Parking is free!
Hey, it's free!
With so many affordable things in Montgomery County, go ahead. Freak out.
Over the last 190 years, a lot has changed.
But at Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, we're still focused on one thing: brewing darn good beer.
Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America.
We're standing on the fairway of the historic 18th hole at Merion Golf Club with Scott Nye, 24 years director of golf, now the championship director at Merion. That means for not only the 2026 U.S. Amateur Championship, but all following championships, including 2030, the 100th anniversary of the famous U.S. Open and the Grand Slam. Scott, it's so great to be with you again. Over the years, we've talked as other championships came here. I covered the U.S. Amateur back when Eduardo Molinari won, and then, of course, the U.S. Open when Justin Rose won 2013. Correct. These are historic events, and I think the U.S. Amateur will once again be a historic event in 2026 as part of America 250.
Well, we're really excited, Tony, about hosting the United States Amateur Championship for the 7th time in 2026, which will coincide with America 250. Really excited to know that Philadelphia Country Club will join us again, serving as the co-host of the stroke play qualifying for the championship.
Yeah, two great Philadelphia area courses, Philadelphia Country Club, and of course Merion, which has hosted more USGA championships than any other club in the country.
Yeah, we're very proud of that. That's in our DNA. We really believe in giving back to the game and hosting these championships. And this one will be, just as good as all the other ones that we've hosted. And we're we can't wait.
The world will be coming to the greater Philadelphia area, and to get a chance to walk these hallowed grounds when they come out here is really something special. I mentioned the 18th hole. There are so many iconic holes out here. I just love it as we walk through this place, whether it's the Quarry hole or that little tiny par 3 in the dell over there that
Number 11.
Yeah, I always think of that as like a little fantasy land back there. Really something special.
Well, the 11th is where Jones completed the Grand Slam in 1930. We're standing on the hole where Hogan won in 1950 when he closed, hit the famous one-iron shot just up the hill from where we're talking. But the legends have been here, they've won here, and we'll add to that list in the future. So putting your name on the U.S. Amateur Championship trophy with Merion attached to that is going to be something very special for whoever wins in 2026. The other thing that I like, Tony, when we host the Amateur is if you're a spectator, you can get so close to the action, which is harder to do in the U.S. Open Championship, but it's such a great event to watch because you can get so close to the action.
All right. World, I hope you're listening. You're getting a personal invitation from the championship director, Scott Nye, right here at Merion.
Thank you, Tony. We're again, very excited. We love doing this. It's great for our community and for people to come out and experience the U.S. Amateur Championship. It's one of the best to come and watch. So come and see us.
The greens at Merion are legendary. We're at venerable Jeffersonville Golf Club, 1931, founded by Anson Evans, who ran it until his death in 1945, and then the family kept it for a while, turned it over to West Norton Township, just outside of Philadelphia, outside of Norristown, Pennsylvania. And unfortunately, the course fell into disrepair. Not being disrespectful, but by the end of the 20th century, it held the title as the worst public golf course in Pennsylvania. Thankfully, the township brought in a very respected Donald Ross expert, Ron Pritchard, who redesigned the course and reopened it in 2001, and the rest has been a rise to glory. We have head golf professional Billy Mullen, and Billy, this is a source of pride in all of Pennsylvania. It's actually regarded as one of the finest courses in Pennsylvania right now, and this all came about as not only part of the renovation, but the attention from management, and of course our very special superintendent,
Rich Schilling. Yeah,
really did a great job out here and has been providing the stewardship all along, even through recent years when they finally built a brand new, beautiful clubhouse that sort of matches the whole style here. Donald Ross, the 400th golf course in his amazing career.
Yep.
Now the Burgess Grill Room, the banquet room, and everything else that they've done here at Jeffersonville really is as I said, a source of pride in Pennsylvania.
It is. It is. It all started back in 2001 when they did the renovation, and a lot of that is due to the township, Ron Pritchard, Rich Schilling, and that really kind of led us to where we are now.
So this golf course is, as it stands, I think, even though a lot of the layout has changed, but it's a very excellent reproduction of the Donald Ross style.
It is. It's not a very long golf course, but it's a very challenging golf course. You know, the greens are very small, undulated, can't be long. Short game around the greens is very difficult. It's target golf. We have lengthened some holes over the years, but even with that, it's more of a target golf course, which is really what Donald Ross designed.
Yeah, there's memorable characteristics to some of the holes, and then of course some memorable holes too. We all have our favorites, played here many times over the years. In fact, this was the first golf course that the world's greatest golf course architect, Tom Fazio, ever played, growing up right here in Norristown. I'm going to guess you probably have a few favorite holes.
I do. There are a lot of feature holes on this golf course, Tony. One of my favorites, number 10, being, a shorter par 4, very difficult green, coming back to the clubhouse, just has a good setting behind the green.
A birdie hole, if you make a good approach shot.
It is. Number 13. Number 13 is one of the longer par 4s on the golf course, but again, just a very aesthetically pleasing hole with the undulation in the fairway leading down and then back up to the green. Again, just one of the Donald Ross difficult greens on this course.
They sure put a lot of little tricks into those greens, and of course none is trickier than the somewhat controversial 18th.
It is. It's probably one of the things that comes up the most from people that play here, either on a daily basis or for their first time. The 18th is always, asked if we're going to ever do anything to it. Unfortunately, with it being the original design and the way things have changed over the years, it's just a difficult green. But if you play it the proper way and you approach it the way that it was designed to be approached, it's a playable green and a fair green.
Well, it's a very, very small, among all the many small greens, very small green with a lot of undulation, but it's a par 5. So that approach shot's not meant to be a long one, and you got to be a little bit nuts to try and go for it in 2.
It is, and that's the beauty of that hole. You know, it is a reachable par 5, but if you are going to take that chance and go for it in 2, and you don't leave yourself in the right spot, you could walk away with a 4-putt on that green.
Well, if that happens and you've got to soothe yourself, you can come into the Burgess and have a few cold ones and get over the pain of the 18th green. And this has been amazing. The addition here, the grill room is beautiful. There's great food in there, but also a huge banquet room, something that was needed in this area, and I'm sure is getting a lot of work.
It is. I mean, there's a lot of people to thank, you know, to what has transpired here. Everything from top to bottom has been first class. The food is fantastic. They have a great menu, 12, 13 beers on tap, and then you have the bunker bar downstairs, along with the 6 state-of-the-art TrackMan simulators, which just really adds to, you know, everything that they've done.
Jeffersonville Golf Club, a work of art that has gotten better over the years thanks to the work of the people in West Norton Township that brought it back and now have improved it, and also got it recognized as the 400th Donald Ross course. Not an easy job.
A lot of
done.
A lot of work.
Yeah, it really is. And that's something that will stay with this course forever. John Goslin, Director of Golf Course Operations at Aronimink Golf Club, and someone I've talked to many times over the years. His superintendent background is a sterling one, and he was even here all through the renovation with Gil Hance, preparing this course for yet another championship. And John, it's looking absolutely pristine.
Thank you.
Yeah, it really does look great. So, championships at Aronimink. We go all the way back to 1962, Gary Player PGA Championship. The return of the PGA Championship in 2026, a long time coming.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Many other championships along the way, the Senior PGA Championship, the AT&T Championship. These things are all huge events, but nothing bigger than the PGA Championship. And what a year you're going to have it in 2026 with the entire world coming to Aronimink.
Yeah, our president said it best, Bill Berry, when he said, you know, we're batting leadoff to a great sports 2026. So.
Yeah, absolutely. In May, and then followed up by all of the other events, the U.S. Amateur Championship at Marion, Major League Baseball All-Star Game, and some little thing called the World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, try and get a hotel room. It's going to be so exciting, but I'm most excited for Aronimink because this course has gone through such a transformation over the years. There was a renovation by Ron Pritchard in the early part of this century, and then the even bigger renovation by Gil Hance that gives us the product that we see now that I think is eye-popping. Aronimink Golf Club is a long golf course, and it all starts on the first hole. The long climb keeps going up and up the hill, par 4. The length at Aronimink comes from a lot of the elevated greens, so you better be hitting a good ball when you come here to play at this course.
We started in 2015 with Gil Hance and his whole team, and it was just another step in taking the golf course back to its original roots and its original personality. And I think Gil and his team nailed it. It just really shines right now.
Number 10, another one of the difficult par 4s at Aronimink. Generous tee shot landing area, but the fairway narrows down, and of course there is that pond guarding the front left of the green, leaving a tricky approach shot. We're going to have, as they always say, the strongest field of the entire year plays in the PGA Championship. They'll all be here in 2026. The rest of the world will be in Pennsylvania for all of the exciting things that will be taking place. I couldn't be happier for Aronimink to shine in front of the world's tourists.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. Like I said, the golf course post-restoration is really sets up for a great championship. I think there probably will be some small tweaks that we have not done yet, such as maybe tweaking the fairway liner here and probably adding some back tees. Not that you can make it long enough for these guys, but we'll probably try.
Come to Pennsylvania, folks, and when you do, come to Aronimink Golf Club, a Donald Ross original, right here in Newtown Square. Sigel, Philadelphia's most famous golfer.
Come and visit for America 250.
Glad, president and founder, Tour Edge Golf, one of the most innovative equipment companies in all of golf. Many years we've chronicled the steps that they've made through the industry with their Exotics brand.
We've actually picked up a lot of our Exotics technology and put it in our value line. So things like our Diamond Face technology, which allows you to hit it on the heel or the toe and almost have exactly the same feedback and distance as you do on a solid shot in the center. Huge technology jump. Also our Ridgeback technology, which is the crown. We reinforce it so we get more jump off the face at impact. Higher CT, higher MOI. It's in the camp of all the great drivers out there today.
You don't hear that in a value price driver. I mean, we're talking drivers now that are in the $600 range to get that technology. The hot launch?
Yeah, so we went real aggressive this year. So it's a beautiful driver, and it's $249.
That's music to the ears of the price-stressed golfers that we see around the world now. I mean, a lot of things are going up and up and up. To have that kind of technology and a beautiful driver, $249. The hot launch, $524, comes in both C and E. C for competition, E for extreme forgiveness.
Baseball? Nah. Football? Done it. I think I'm going to go after PGA Tour.
Playing on the PGA Tour is not easy. But you know what is easy? Getting the 524 series from Tour Edge.
Getting linebackers and home runs used to be easy.
Out here, you're going to need all the easy you can get. Introducing the 524 series from Tour Edge. The easiest clubs you'll ever hit. Even the best players in the world can use a little easy.
I like the sound of that. Look out, PGA Tour. Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Hey, kid, what are you doing?
I'm getting my ball.
Well, I know there's all kinds of them. You don't need to fish them out of there.
No, it's a Bridgestone though, dude.
That's a Bridgestone?
Ha ha!
Hey, come on, Bridgestones. Where are they?
One here, one right here.
Yeah, but it's not yellow.
Yeah, but it's a Bridgestone.
Yes, it is a Bridgestone.
Has anyone ever told you look like Tiger Woods?
All
right.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf smart.
Everybody is excited about the America 250 celebration, all of the historical things, the sports coming to the Philadelphia area, but nobody more than the director of fun and games for the Philadelphia Phillies here at Citizens Bank Park, John Brazier. John?
How you doing, Tony?
Are you able to control yourself yet?
You know what? It's going to be a fun ride, that's for sure.
We love that. We love the fact that this special celebration in Philadelphia has some adornments like the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. This is a long time coming to this special ballpark.
Well, this ballpark was built in 2004. Believe it or not, it's the oldest ballpark in the National League East, which is crazy. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. It looks like it just was built 10 years ago. And Dave Montgomery, the late great Dave Montgomery, Major League Baseball went to Dave and said, you know, the ballpark opened up in 2004. We want to have the All-Star Game soon after to show off the ballpark. And Dave, a Philadelphian at heart, said, you know what, it's down the road, but I think 2026 is going to be a pretty special year in Philadelphia, and I want to hold off and let other ballparks take the All-Star Game. It's appropriate for Philadelphia to get it in 2026, and God bless Dave Montgomery for that.
Thank you, Dave, for thinking that. That really is a great idea that all of this area will enjoy, but even more so, the entire world will enjoy. Imagine the people who will be coming to Philadelphia and coming for the All-Star Game.
Well, it really is a marquee event, obviously, other than the World Series, the big marquee event for Major League Baseball. I was lucky enough to be at the Vet in 1996 when we had the All-Star Game. Actually, I did the music for the game. I did all the sound bites and all the, hype music and everything, which was really fun. And I can't imagine what it's going to be like in this ballpark. Again, people coming in from all over the city. You have celebrities, you have dignitaries. It's really puts a spotlight on Philadelphia in the baseball world.
Well, showing my age, I was at the 1976 All-Star Game at the Vet with my dad. And the one thing I realized at that time was playoff games, World Series, incredible excitement. But the pageantry of an All-Star Game is unmatched.
Plus, you don't have the pressure because when you have playoff games here, as an employee and as a fan, it's pressure. But All-Star Game, it's more festive and fun, and watch all kinds of things happen, whether it's the celebrity softball games or whether it's a home run hitting derby. The home run derby, it's great. A lot of fun.
It was fun, and I was able to cheer then. Of course, the very next year I became a sports writer, and then no cheering in the press box. I stopped cheering after that, but still watch the Phillies every single chance I get. And in this particular case, what I like is that the rest of the world is going to see what a great sports town Philadelphia is. Not just with the All-Star Game, but the PGA Championship, the U.S. Amateur, the World Cup. They're going to see a very special brand of sports atmosphere.
And it's going to put a spotlight, and well-deserved spotlight, on Philadelphia. It won't just be cheesesteaks, right? There's going to be so many different aspects of Philadelphia that the world will be able to see, and that's going to be a big boon for the tourism.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough hotel room to get, but maybe John has a lot of connections. So give him a call if you need a room. He'll get you somewhere. Director of Fun and Games. I've never had a conversation in the many, many years that I've known John where it wasn't fun. One more right here.
Thank you, Tony.
Can't wait till the All-Star Game.
Go Phillies.
Golf meets soccer. Alejandro Bedoya, captain, the Philadelphia Union, and you guys have done such a good job establishing soccer in the Philadelphia area. that the whole world is coming here for the World Cup and America 250, you've got to be pretty proud.
Oh, I'm ecstatic. I think, as you just mentioned, Philadelphia is a sports town. I mean, this is an incredible sports town. The passion that the fans showcase here, you know, and soccer in general, as a sport in this country, has grown tremendously over the last few years. And I think with our success here with the union of Major League Soccer, we've done well. There's a huge soccer community here, huge golf community. We have some of the best golf courses in the country here. And just like, the other sports that are in here, you got the Eagles, you got the Phillies, you got the Flyers, you got the Sixers, and, you know, us and others. And it's incredible.
And some of the best golf in the world.
Some of the best golf in the world. The golf courses here. I was able to go to the BMW Championships at Aronimink. They're also going to host the PGA Championship here. So there's so much to celebrate here, you know, around sports, and it's just, I couldn't be more happy and ecstatic that the World Cup is going to be hosted here, along with the MLB All-Star Game that summer as well. So it's just having everybody in the sports world ascending here in Philadelphia from the world. You know, people I don't think understand how big the World Cup really is. It's a global sport, global game. Everybody's going to be in.
They'll understand how big it is when you can't get a hotel room around here at that time, for sure. So 8-9 years you've been in the Philadelphia area. Are you immersed in the culture yet? I mean, have you become a Philadelphian?
I feel that way. Yeah, this is my home. You know, I love to take my kids.
So how do you say
water ice? Water ice. So yeah, you know, look, I was born in North Jersey, so you know, I was familiar with Philly a little bit, you know, and but no, I love everything about Philadelphia. I think it suits my personality, what I'm all about. That grittiness, blue collar, hardworking guy, and just there's so much charm and history in the city, and I think people are going to really. You know, obviously Americans maybe know about Philly, but for the world to really come here to find out about the rich culture, heritage, and history that Philly has, the nation's first capital. You got a beautiful museums. You got, you know, so much public art in display that people can be walking around and see. The food scene here is fantastic without having to pay those exorbitant New York City prices. You know what I mean? But no, I think it'll be great. You know, we're having a lot of games here. There's going to be the Fan Fest is going to be here. It's going to be special, and we're Philly. You know, we're right in between DC and New York. You know, you can always take a day trip here and there, and to be based here in Philly, people are going to really find out what it's all about.
And you've got a great complex here. The practice facility, Subaru Stadium, is a beautiful stadium right on the Delaware River. The Delaware River, that's a pretty big water hazard. Lost another one. Subaru Stadium is the World Cup, not quite big enough, so they're going to come and play at the Lincoln Financial Field. Fits 70,000 in there for that. If they had a bigger stadium, they would even do that, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. No, I think, you know, you've seen the World Cup be able to fill up any stadium anywhere in the world. And like you said, if whatever capacity there would be in a stadium, it would be full of soccer fans and sports fans in general.
Alejandro Bedoya, he is now the official spokesman for Philadelphia. They're going to put him on the tourism board. If I don't watch out, he's going to be hosting the Traveling Golfer. Alejandro, I hope to see you on a golf course
Absolutely.
someday soon.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me, and I look forward to playing golf with you, yeah.
All right. It's my turn to take a penalty shot. JoJo's in goal. Here we go. Now with the soccer ball. Foiled again. Kevin Tedesco. He is the general manager for Aramark, the company that oversees the whole food operation at Citizens Bank Park. The best food stadium in America,
yes,
bar none.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to hear it from Los Angeles because I'm not going out there and eating avocado and alfalfa sprout sandwiches.
No, you want your cheesesteaks.
I want a cheesesteak and all the other stuff.
Absolutely.
Your stuff's great.
It is great. It's a fun ballpark in general, but you know, one of the things we pride ourselves on is having the best food in baseball, and then in obviously all sports. As you walked around today, we took a tour of the ballpark. You can see all the great items we have here. Tony Luke's cheesesteaks, Campos cheesesteaks, Chicky Pete's crab fries, unbelievable. PJ Wellahans, Mango pizza from the shore. It's all made fresh here in the ballpark, and there's something for everybody. In addition to some of the great brands here, you got Bull's Barbecue right over here.
Greg Luzinski, the home run king of the 1980 world champion Philadelphia Phillies.
He's still a legend in these parts. He's here every game. He signs autographs and takes pictures all game long, and been doing it for 20 years. I've known Greg since high school. When he retired, he came to our school and he coached. So it's been fun reconnecting with him after those years. And for the past 20 years, Bull's Barbecue, another great brand, and everything's made fresh here. All the cheesesteaks and pizza. We smoke things all night long. Just a fun place to be.
And now you got former Phillies manager Charlie Manuel involved?
We do. We have a Charlie Manuel's cheesesteaks over there by Section 109. We also have Ryan Howard is one of the partners in Colby's Chicken. So we have a Colby's Chicken location here at the ballpark. And it's fun having the former players as part of our portfolio here. Chase Utley's involved as well with the Four Walls whiskey brand, Irish whiskey. So it's been a fun partnership with a lot of the former players as well.
And of course, with all of this comes the atmosphere that not only fans, but the Phillies and all of you food people have cultivated here.
Yes.
It's a party every night at the park.
It is a party every night. And, you know, being born in Philadelphia, growing up a Phillies fan, you know, I love coming to the ballpark. And I get to work here, which is great. My office is here. I spend every day of the year here. And you wanted to make a place where you'd want to come. The items that you want to eat and you want to drink. And my friends love to comment on, we love this brand, we love that, this is new, this is great. So it's fun for us to be part of, you know, the full experience, because it is a baseball game. We have a great team, you know, playoff team, World Series, but it's also fun for the fans. We have everything, no matter what we have gluten-free stands, vegan, vegetarian, we have a kosher location, something for everybody here.
Except you didn't mention the thing that you definitely have for me. And if it's a party, we're going to toast it with an ice cold Yuengling. You got them all over
we
the
have
ball.
Yuengling everywhere. Great partner, and Dick's become a friend here at the ballpark. It's something that he said our first meeting, he always wanted, after going to Connie Mack with his father, seeing the Ballantyne sign. He always wanted his own sign in the ballpark, and now he has it. So it's been great to meet and get to know him as well, him and his daughters.
Dick Yuengling, this one's for you. Kevin Tedesco, right here at Citizens Bank Park. Let the eating begin. Brad Nuss, General Manager of the Marriott Philadelphia West Hotel. How far west? Well, it's way west. It's in Conshohocken, but it is in the best location for America 250. Brad, you are going to be buzzing here.
Yeah, we're really excited for the opportunity. We're excited for everything that's been going on, that's going to be going on.
Yeah, it's really going to be an exciting time for Southeast Pennsylvania as people come from all over the world. And I want to just tell them to start why I think this particular Marriott is the best location. I'll let you tell them since you're in the middle of it all.
Literally in the middle of it all. So I believe that you have the festivities in Philadelphia. We have the festivities out here in Montgomery County, Valley Forge area. So we're literally physically in the middle of that. So helps us out a little bit. The east, west, and north, south, all the routes that are needed to get between all these areas are run right through our neighborhood, literally here. And that's what makes our location the best it can be.
You literally come right out of the parking lot onto the Schuylkill Expressway, which of course will be the treat for all the visitors of the world coming to the area. The Schuylkill Expressway, if you've never driven on it, you'll never forget it. But it's right here, and that's what gets you to Center City and many of the other places, but also the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and this expressway also goes up to Valley Forge. Let's talk about the other little things that are going to make these visitors have such a good time when they come for the historic celebrations, the sports celebrations, all of this is going on. You're going to find an absolute culinary feast in the area. Let's start with Conshohocken.
Within walking distance of the hotel, right across the bridge, we have an array of amazing restaurants that are right here. Proud to say that we eat in them in here at close to the hotel. Proud to say that we send a lot of our guests really right there. Beautiful area, beautiful walking over the Schuylkill River. A short 5 to 10 minute walk puts you in the middle of 10 to 15 restaurants. They're amazing. That bring the crowds in. When they're from around here, when they're not from around here, it's a nice treat.
Conshohocken, an old blue-collar steel mill town that has gone through the most amazing renaissance. And when he says amazing restaurants, he's not kidding. Of course, the other amazing restaurant hub is the entire Valley Forge, King of Prussia area. 15, 20 good restaurants in Conshohocken. How about 50, 60 in the Valley Forge area? It's amazing what they have.
It's huge. One of the largest malls in America, and they have the food to match. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, they really do. And whether you're talking steak, Italian, seafood, I mean, just all of the different ethnic varieties, they're all there. It's hard to believe that all of that is in the area, but this is what's going to make it memorable for the people who come in for America 250. They're just thinking history. Well, they're going to be surprised with everything else that they're going to find.
They will, for sure.
Yeah. And of course, it's a great place to get a cheesesteak. You're in Philadelphia. A Philadelphia soft pretzel. Maybe a roast pork sandwich, but all of these things will be found right here.
Yeah.
America 250, Marriott, Philadelphia West. Come and see Brad. He's going to take care of you. Very special America 250 episode has come to a close. We say goodbye to all of our friends in the Philadelphia area and most especially Hall of Fame announcer, my great pal Harry Kalas. And as he would say, the traveling golfer is out of here.
Tour Edge, the official club of Traveling Golfer. Bridgestone, the official ball of Traveling Golfer.
American Fit is the official apparel sponsor of the Traveling Golfer, the finest in feel and the finest in fashion. This is where it all began. Old Philadelphia. And this is where our country was saved. Valley Forge. General Washington's army made a brave stand on these hallowed grounds in the winter of 1777 and 1778. You're going to learn all about it. I said it was going to be one sentence. I lied.
Right.
Ready?
I'm much better on the first.
Ready. Jay Sigel. Jay Sigel, Philadelphia's most famous golfer.
That's too long.
Ready?
Hold on. Is that noise bothering you?
No, we're good.
No, you good.
Jay Sigel, Philadelphia's most famous golfer.
Come and visit for America 250.
All right, we're not going to make one today.
Thank you. Stay healthy.
Thank you. Number 10 is number 10. Another one of too much wind. It really came up on me. I'm gonna try right hand. We're not gonna do it any better than that. The best was how the cocky attitude where you did it. It was like nothing, you know? A lot of people are excited about America 250, the celebration, and all the sports coming to the Philadelphia area. Nobody more than that frickin' plane that had to go over right when we started this thing. I knew it was just going to get louder and louder.